Imagine waking up one day, brushing your teeth, grabbing coffee, and filing your taxes as a corporation. Not like, oh, I run a business. Today, we're diving into the wild, weird, corporate caffeinated story of the man who legally became a corporation. Yes, this really happened. And no, he didn't turn into a robot. His name was Michael O'Leary, not the Irish CEO of Ryanair. Different guy. This Michael was a Canadian performance artist, activist, and general chaos enthusiast. And one day in the 1980s, he made a decision that was part legal stunt, part political protest, and entirely bonkers. He legally turned himself into a corporation. Here's the setup. Michael O'Leary looked around and realized corporations had more rights than people. They could donate to political campaigns, avoid certain taxes, even sue actual humans, and often win. So he thought, if you can't beat the system, maybe just file the right paperwork and become it. So that's exactly what he did. He created a legal entity called the Michael O'Leary Corporation. He named himself CEO, CFO, probably the office intern too. He held shareholder meetings by himself. He issued shares mostly to friends and possibly his cat. And yes, he even tried to claim business expenses for things like lunch with himself. Now you might be wondering, was this legal? Weirdly, yeah, to an extent. In some places, Michael managed to file taxes as a corporate entity. He got certain corporate rights, but as you'd expect, the government was not thrilled. There were investigations, raised eyebrows, and a general vibe of, sir, this is not how any of this works. But Michael's whole point wasn't to start a Fortune 500 company. It was to ask if corporations are treated like people. Why aren't people treated like corporations? See, in many countries, corporations have legal personhood. That means they have some of the same rights as you: free speech, property ownership, the right to sue people. Only they never get called for jury duty, or sent to prison, or get weird spam calls about their car, extended warranty. This was all decades before cases like Citizens United, where the U.S. Supreme Court ruled that corporations could spend unlimited money on political campaigns because, freedom of speech. Michael saw all that coming, and he turned his life into a walking, talking protest against corporate power. He once said, "I'm not a man anymore, I'm a business plan in pants," which is objectively the most capitalist sentence ever spoken in flannel. But make no mistake, this wasn't just a joke. It was performance art with legal consequences. He gave lectures, wrote manifestos, held fake shareholder calls where he'd fire himself and then rehire himself with a raise. Iconic behavior. Eventually, Michael faded out of the public eye, but his legacy stuck around. His antics sparked conversations about the weird, blurry lines between personhood and corporate rights. Like, why can a company lobby politicians and dodge taxes, but you can't write off your couch as horizontal work infrastructure? Why do we let fictional entities hoard wealth while real humans have to justify a sick day? Michael didn't have all the answers, but he sure knew how to ask the right questions while dressed like a one-man HR department. So what can we learn from the man who legally became a corporation? Maybe this: sometimes the best way to expose the absurdity of a system is to take it to its most ridiculous conclusion. Become a company. Hold a board meeting in your bathtub. Give yourself a raise for watching this video. Because when the line between person and corporation gets too blurry, someone has to step up and say, "Hey, I am literally the business." Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, smash that like button like a hostile corporate takeover, subscribe for more weird history and legal shenanigans, and leave a comment telling us, what would your corporation be called? Until next time, stay curious, stay weird, and remember, always read the fine print, especially if you are the fine print.